Welcome to CallumConnects, 5-minute entrepreneurial inspiration for your day. Joining us today on CallumConnects is Ell Graniel. Elle is a thought leader, speaker, and trainer in the connection and success of intra and interpersonal communication through her company of over 25 years, TrueSpeak.
Oh, wow. So the biggest hurdle that I never imagined that I would have to overcome hit me this year in March. And so I've been speaking and training and traveling and doing seminars, workshops, and all kinds of, in-person events. And then all of a sudden, that was not going to happen anymore. All of the seminars and the workshops and the conferences, and they were canceled. So in the beginning, in the early days, I am very optimistic. So I was literally hanging in there and thinking, this thing will last 4 weeks maybe, and we can get back on track, maybe only missing a couple of events. And then that turned into another month, and then another month. And after about a few months, I finally realized that things were different, that I was not going to be able to travel to conventions and workshops and do in-house trainings and all of those other things that I loved so much. I was going to have to pivot and become virtual. And at first I really dug my heels in because I was a firm believer that you cannot really effectively get your message out to people, and more importantly, know how well they're receiving the information and what questions they may have virtually, that you must be in the room. You must be able to feel the audience. But that just wasn't a real thing anymore. And so finally I shifted. I overcame that hurdle. I said, how can I continue to get the trainings and the workshops out there? And the only way to do it was virtually. So began recording the trainings and doing Zooms and Facebook Lives and all of those things, virtually connecting to everybody. And once I got on the other side of that hurdle, which I resisted like crazy, I learned that I was wrong. It wasn't as bad as I thought. And my mind was blown away with the epiphany of how many people could be reached globally with virtual trainings and messages. I've always been able to travel globally, but you lose a lot of time, and some people can't come here, so they never will have the opportunity to be exposed to the communication skills in workshops. Now it's a global playing field, and that's exciting. And that's something that I never really imagined was possible prior to being on the other side of the hurdle, which was all workshops and trainings must be in person for the best effect. I now know that you can reach people with your message any place, anytime, and that the easier it is for them, the simpler it'll be for them to connect to the message, because it's easier for them to take it in at a time and a place that works for them. So I'm going forward now, and I'm super excited. It did take a while and it was painful, but once I said, who can help me? What's my next step? Because there's always a next step. There's always options. There's always opportunities. As long as you rise up and ask that question, what are my options? Who can help me? What are my next steps? Thanks for listening.
To receive a complimentary copy of the Progressive Partnerships book for entrepreneurs on Kindle or audiobook, plus loads of other goodies at the intersection of investing and small business, go to callumlang.com now.